Popcraft.
Sean McMillan from Pop Culture Madness.
Mandy Carr from Whedonpolis.
Cody Schultz, fan-sided.
Right. Beth from Fangirlish. Sam from Bustle.
James from UOL.com.pr.
Great guys, so great to be here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there's obviously been a lot of discussion about kind of like the shared universes and stuff like that. I mean, it's a big thing in Hollywood right now with Marvel doing it, DC starting to build their shared universe.
Superman versus Batman.
Exactly. Yeah. And so obviously the question has, I'm sure, arisen to you guys multiple times, like whether Supergirl could appear on CW TV shows and things like that. And I'm kind of curious. I mean, I know you don't have anything to announce there, and you guys still aren't kind of sure how all that's going to totally work out. But what are those discussions like? I would assume that you
haven't talked too much about it. I mean, the truth is we hope to be as successful as some of the other Brillianti productions, and with that kind of success, I bet we'll have more options. And honestly, we don't have an answer on that, but are open to anything.
Well, I want to know what has changed in the way actors prepare now that you have a lot of opportunities to work in shows with superheroes. I mean, we started reading less Shakespeare and more DC and Marvel comic books.
Right. We just worked with someone, Ido Goldberg, who was Red Tornado for us, and he said, well, and he came out in his incredible costume and his full, he just said, now I can cross this off my bucket list. Now this is something I've done, and it was so thrilling for him, and he was so amazing in the world.
Something I really liked about the pilot so far is that, in addition to Supergirl, she's surrounded by so many other female characters. Her sister, the villain's a female, her boss. So was it important to you guys to kind of show all these different dynamics between women in addition to just Supergirl, the main character?
I think there's no shortage of powerful women on this show. Yeah. Whether it's the titan of call her the queen of all media, Cat Grant. Whether it's her mother, her aunt. But I think we also have powerful men too. And what's exciting for us with James Olsen, for example, is he really inspires her, but she also inspires him.
And what do you think it took too long to have a TV show with a lead character as a female superhero?
I don't know. I mean, I think that we're so inspired by things like Buffy and Sidney Bristow, and that was a while ago. And now we have, they're not quite superheroes, but some of the other CBS women, Alicia and the Madam Secretary. We just have a tremendous volume of powerful women, and I think women are just agreeing to not be quietly powerful anymore. And so it's perfect timing that Supergirl, Kara Zor-El, is here to put on a cape and show us all how it's done.
Recently I was in the set visit of the new Ghostbusters with the old women, and they were trying to point to us that that's not a girly movie. Do you think Supergirl is a show that can also conquer the male audience?
I think that this is a powerful person, and she can fight and fly and has the exact same powers as Superman. And so it sort of goes to, I don't know if you've seen the pilot yet, but sort of Cat Grant's speech in the opening, which is, she is equal parts powerful as Superman. She is equal parts going to save the day and kick some ass and inspire people. And it doesn't really matter that she's female. I think it's sort of the conversation we have before we see it, and then afterwards you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe that hero saved the day. And so it's incidental that she's in this story, but it's cool that she is.
And we see Kara in various other versions, like Smallville and several other shows and movies. So how exciting was it to put her in as a main focus now, not just as a backup character to Superman?
I can't tell you how proud I am of this publicity campaign that George Schweitzer and the team at CBS has done. I see a hero on a billboard or in the sky or in a banner or across my iPad or whatever it is, and it's just this powerful person with her fist outstretched. There's nothing that objectifies her. There's nothing that says, she has to look a certain way. No one in the history of this casting process has ever given a note about how someone looks. And I'm so proud of Warner Brothers and CBS. And it's just, these are powerful women and men, and we're just so excited that she just gets to stand, flying, cape, blowing in the breeze.
You guys kind of addressed that in the pilot with when she was trying on the costumes and the conversation about Supergirl versus Superwoman. Do you plan on kind of keeping to bring in the real life conversation onto the show?
It was so funny because Melissa Benoist is in either Kara Zor-El outfit or Kara Danvers or Supergirl. And then the first time her mom and sisters came to visit her on set was the day we shot the little midriff exposing outfit, and I literally had to go up to her mom and go, this is the only time, this is the first time and the last time, that's just not what the show is. And so we absolutely addressed it to move on from it. Just sort of like that gender question we were talking about before. It absolutely matters that she's female, but in the end, no one's going to ask, what bathroom do you use after you kick the villain's ass. They just see that they're the winner.
The costume, I mean, it seems like you kind of take some cues from, like, the most recent movie and stuff like that. Like, was that, like, what were kind of the conversations about the costume like?
The costume is its own, I mean, I was so starstruck to meet Colleen Atwood, who designed, Edward Scissorhands costume, Academy Award winner, and she's just unbelievably amazing. And then a woman that she worked with, Colleen, has taken over doing all our wardrobe design for the show. This woman, Kirsten Roning, who is so breathtakingly talented and is responsible for any look and all the supervillains look after that. So Colleen inspired what the Supergirl costume is, and then Kirsten has just like run with that.
One thing I noticed about Kara's outfits is that traditionally in a lot of shows, like, characters tend to focus on one specific color palette. And for Kara, I've noticed from her everyday outfits, it's pink. Was that really thought? Like, I noticed it, and I don't know, maybe
I think we actively have that conversation to not necessarily be in that color. So I always think, and listen, the emotions of clothes is one of my favorite discussions, but I think we don't fall into the pink of it all for a reason. We're very conscious of it, and if she is wearing pink, there's generally an emotional, tonal reason of the scene for her to be wearing pink.
Awesome.
We think of all this stuff.
Because there's so many shows in the DC universe coming to television, how do you pick and choose, like, what goes into deciding which show could have, like, certain characters? Because there are, the Arrow, Flash, Legend, Supergirl, so many.
We work with Jeff Johns and Dan Evans and at DC, and they really, I don't think they want to overpopulate, but so we come to them and we say we have this idea to use so-and-so, or they come to us and they say, what do you think about using that one? So it's absolutely like a partnership.
Are there any characters that you wanted to use that you couldn't because they said, oh, well, they're on Arrow?
Couldn't use yet.
So you're still holding out hope.
They're so generous with us, and I think hopefully it's success. They have a huge history of 75 years of these characters. There's no shortage of bad guys and women to bring for us to take advantage of.
So far, it seems like something that sets Supergirl apart is there's a really big balance between her, like, hero life and her regular everyday life and her job and relationships. How do you guys plan on keeping that balance up? Like, how much will it be action versus her normal life?
That's interesting. I mean, I think the truth is, for all of us in life, we sort of find our balance at work and kids and being a daughter and a mom and a girlfriend, and we're every week we're sort of figuring out what the outcome